The Life of Eminem. Born Marshall Bruce Mother starred in St. Joseph, Missouri in 1972. Marshall was named after his father who abandoned him and his mother, Debbie. Marshall attempted to contact his father several times when he was a teenager by writing letters to him, but to no avail. Her mother moved Marshall around his country frequently, resulting in his education being bad, as he reportedly relocated and changed schools as often as every 2 or 3 months. This lifestyle led to Marshall struggling to make friends and reportedly being rebelled, as mentally changed by his teachers. This being white in predominant black neighborhoods. In school, but friends and family says that Marshall got used to being a recluse, closing himself up in his room and immersing himself in the world of comic books. Marshall was bullied in school, however notably, by a boy called D'Angelo Bailey, who attacked him in his school bathroom, resulting in him being in a coma for 10 days. After eventually waking up, he had to relearn many of his motor skills. Despite this very real trauma, his mother is also said to have been guilty of Munchausen syndrome, by proxy convincing her children that they were ill when they really weren't. Although he and his mother moved around a lot, Marshall spent most of his childhood in Detroit, and he finally found solace in a friendship with his mother's half-brother Ronnie, and the two quickly became close. And although Ronnie was only 2 months older than Marshall, he became a mentor to him, introducing him to the world of rap music with the track Reckless from the Break-In soundtrack. Later in life, Ronnie would take his own life, leaving Marshall traumatized and speechless for days, often his funeral. With somewhat of a revolving door of an education, Marshall spent 3 years in ninth grade and eventually dropped out of high school when he was 17. Although Marshall dropped off school, he always had a love for English that, and his love for rap led him to attend open mic rap battles and try out his material. And it was around this time that he played around with rap names, going by the name Eminem, like the candy. Eventually, he changed it to the Eminem, moniker he knows today. Although Marshall immersed himself in the underground rap scene, he constantly faced adversity due to him being white. He collaborated with many different local rappers, including his friend Proof, but he still struggled to get people to take him seriously. After meeting his future wife, came in the late 80s, and having his daughter Haley in the mid 90s, he attempted to make a breakthrough with his very first record, Infinite. For Marshall, it was a commercial flop, leading to one of the lowest points in his personal life, struggling to provide for his family. Marshall sick week at the Gilbert's Lodge family restaurant. But after being fired from Gilbert's and with the disappointment of his Infinite record, Marshall attempted suicide. By 1997, Marshall was living with his mother, Debbie, and Kim and Haley in his mother's trailer. In mid 1997, Marshall decided to he decided to make his writing more controversial and he created a platform to create chaos in the airwaves. That followed was the Slim Shady EP, and after the EP fell into the hands of Dr. Dre, Eminem also known as Slim Shady, received almost overnight success with Dr. Dre backing him, since Marshall shot to superstardom in the rap world. There have been many ups and downs for him, musically and critically.